your number one source for high school sports. You're watching the Scenic Sports Network.
I'm in the middle of the videotaping here, Gordy. I don't know if I can find him.
Still another minute. They jumped off sides in the neutral zone, number 54.
Good evening, football fans. Welcome to Rip Hughes Stadium with Dothan High School football. I'm Terry Birdsong, sitting in with Mike Hutto. Good evening, Mike.
How you doing tonight, Terry? It's good to have you here.
Thank you. It's a beautiful night for football, and I think we're looking at an exciting game going on.
Well, it's homecoming 2003 here for the Dothan Tigers, and just like the last 2 weeks, Dothan a little bit early in getting the game started. Dothan has come out taking the opening kickoff after fumbling out of bounds on the 14. Already made 2 first downs. Got it 1st and 10 on our own 35. Left stride over center, 2 wide outs. To the left there is Owens, and to the right over there is Eric Thomas. And turns a quick pitch, is back to Philip Thomas, sweeping right in. Pretty good gain on 1st down, gets to the far marker for a gain of about 3.
And I'll tell you what, that was some kind of a hit, wasn't it?
It got him out of bounds over there. Looks like coming up to make the hit cornerback for them, number 25 there, Jonathan Williams. And as I said, Dothan came out, ran Philip Thomas on a quick pitch to the right, picked up a 1st down. Next 2 play, Lanier jumps offsides, gives Dothan 3 first downs, so they've already picked up 2 first downs. Dothan coming out now, again, out split this way, double split backs behind Lester.
And quarterback calling the signal. There's the ball. And he swings out to his left. Look at him hustle. Oh, and he's brought down.
Good 1st down gain there by Lester as he swept right in. Looked like he was going to fake it to quick pitch. Turned on the speed, got to the sidelines, picked up 1st down in Lanier territory at the 48-yard line again, 1st and 10. And the Dothan offense is coming out looking sharp tonight.
They are looking really good.
Being able to move the football, ball control, and now the officials having to call timeout.
Okay,
we'll be back
in 30 seconds. Okay, I'm ready. Okay.
Trent Smith, no huddle offense for the Tigers. Lester and the backs are back there calling the plays. The offensive line, again, Smith at center, Creekmore, Dent on the left side, McCall, and at right guard, looks like Underwood, number 52. They're up there at the line. Lester's got something going there because this is the third time this evening they've already pulled the Lanier defense off sides. 1st and 5 here on their 44. And now we've got movement on the left side.
And penalty flags thrown.
Justin Dean, the freshman, got a little bit anxious there and leaned forward, and we'll give them the 5 yards back. So it'll be 1st and 10 on the 48.
You know, it's a little tricky when they're, but Dothan is looking real good drawing the other team off sides.
Well, Lanier's coming out, they're loading the line of scrimmage. They have their entire team, 11 players. Basically, you've got 9 of them within 5 yards of the ball at the snap. So they're crowding the line of scrimmage and going to make Dothan beat them with the pass, it looks like, but they've been able to get outside so far this evening.
Oh.
And a quick trap to the right there as Creekmore pulls and kicks his man out. Lester turns and hands the ball to Philip Thomas, who picks up good yardage on 1st down. And that's one thing, when you crowd the line of scrimmage like that, you break the line of scrimmage, you've got some open field. 1st down, you pick up 7 yards, and that's just great to have because those 2nd down is short. You don't like those 3rd and longs, 2nd longs, but when you got it 2nd, 2 or 3 yards, it's good. Again, double split out here for the Dothan Tigers. Wide left is Parrish, and wide right over there is Eric Thomas, but split backs behind Lester. At the snap, he turns and gives the ball to the fullback. Fullback being Adam Christensen, who pushes the yard marker. Doesn't look like he's going to be quite there to it. Going to be about a yard short, so it's going to bring up 3rd down and short for the Tiger offense. Just a power play over the right side.
Well, they're looking real strong tonight. You know,
well, on the move. That's already clicked off about 4 minutes of the 1st quarter. Dothan lost the toss. Lanier deferred. Dothan took the kickoff, and from their own 14, got a strong drive. 3rd down and 1 right here.
Madison on the 39-yard line. Quarterback sets up behind the center. Takes a snap. Oh, fumble! And Lanier recovers. Going back to 10, the 5, touchdown for Lanier.
And all after the fumble, picking the football up, the loose ball, Isaiah Johnson. Adam Christensen had made the 1st down yardage over left tackle, got hit, the ball popped out, and as I said, picking up the loose ball, Isaiah Johnson, who rambles 60 yards for the first score of the evening. Dothan goes down, 7:14 left in the 1st quarter.
And they set up for the extra point. Well, that was a heartbreaker. You know, with the move that Dothan was doing great with that ball, moving it right up the field.
The offense coming out looking good, but the mistakes, the turnovers, and as a result, 60-yard fumble recover, and the point after is no good. It's wide left, so we'll be back here to Riphew Stadium after this break. Back here at Riphew Stadium, Lanier takes the turnover and a 60-yard fumble recovery. Gets on the board at 7:44. After an outstanding offensive drive, the Dothan Tiger offense takes the ball and moves the ball into Lanier territory. They fumble at the 40-yard line, and Johnson for them picks it up, and the fumble return is good for a score, but the point after is no good. And sometimes those mistakes right there come back to haunt you. The offense for the Tigers was able to keep the ball on the ground, running the football with Christensen and Philip Thomas and Chris Lester behind the blocking of the offensive line, doing a good job moving it, but the turnover leaves us on the short end of the score at 7:44 left here, 6-0. Homecoming, a lot of things going on here tonight, and as they get ready to kick off, Lanier had a low line drive last time, and doing the kicking for Lanier, number 85, is Platt.
Ball's taken.
Derek Thomas picks it up, gets the ball out to the 27-yard line. Good return there by Derek Thomas. Had a little trouble picking it up on about the 13-yard line and scampers his way outside the 25 to the 27, where the Tiger offense will be 1st and 10 for their 2nd series.
You know, we've got a great crowd here tonight, Mike. This is the stadium is packed for a good just a southern tradition.
Well,
High school football.
got a lot of graduates from Dothan High back tonight. Saw several of them, and when you look down there, been around long enough, I'm getting to recognize quite a few of them now. But again, the Tiger offense, no huddle. Lester comes in with a play. I said backfield, Adam Christensen at fullback, and Willie Jackson at tailback. Turns and hands the ball off to, no, that's Philip Thomas again in backfield for a 3-yard pickup over right guard. 2nd down and 7. Just power play, lead play over the right side. Fisher's having a little talk with a couple of the guys out there, McCall, and for them, Jordan or Johnson, number 454.
He's just expressing his feelings. That's all he was doing.
Getting eyeball to eyeball
That's right.
with one another.
That's
Coming
what you
out
have
this
to do with football.
split, double split, I backfields, Eric Thomas to the right, and Parrish to the left. Lester's calling the signals, turn, it pitches to Philip Thomas. Looking for room around the left side, nothing there. As Lanier's defense closes the play off real well. Good pursuit from the inside by their number 2, one of their linebackers, Mario Rogers. He's one of those guys that they didn't know what number he was going to have till he got out there. They got him listed number 2 and 32. But he read the play well, came up on the sweep, and got to Philip Thomas before he was able to turn upfield. So that leaves Dothan in these kind of plays. You hate to see those 3rd and long. So the Dothan Tiger offense got 3rd and 7. Coming out with the twins right. Parrish split left. Adam Christensen in the lone setback. Chris Lester takes a snap, snapping, rolling out wide. Got a man open down the field and just overthrows Philip Thomas on a deep sideline route that time. Thomas had some distance coverage there by the Lanier secondary. Bernard Key had him in coverage, but when he broke to the sidelines, was open, and that time Lester just had too much air into the football. So Josh Lashley, number 39, in to punt it away for the Dothan Tigers. Dothan spread punt formation. Lanier looks like they're lining it up to bring it block right up the middle. Good snap. Actually gets a pretty good foot into it. Wobbly spiral. Called it the 14 by Key. Got a flag on the play there with a block that's going to add to the play, but Adam Christensen is down.
Yep, they got a player down on the field.
That's Adam Christensen.
He's being tended to now. They're at the 38-yard line. While they're tending to him, let's take a 30-second break. We'll be right back with more Dothan High football. Hugh Stadium with Dothan High School football.
And it's good to see Adam get up and walk off under his own power. That time, he was the blockee in the back by Lanier. That time, the penalty moves Lanier back 1st and 10 on their 38-yard line. Lanier spreading them out over the field, got twins, wideouts both sides of the football. And their quarterback, Barlow, number 14, in the shotgun formation. Set for the long snap. Snap back, he's looking to the left, quick flat pass out there, a little bobble, and the ball's on the ground, but recovered by Lanier. Just looking up to catch the ball and running with it before he had a good handle on it was Humphrey, number 9, and just a quick screen out to the left flat, and that's a short gain of about 2. Lanier coming out there, the no-huddle offense. We've seen a lot of that this year, Terry, where the teams are coming out and really have a little pad or something that they check the plays in as they call from the line of scrimmage. And again, everybody trying to get on the same page. They look at their little wristband, and Barlow starts calling the cadence. He takes the long snap, now looking to the right.
Oh, that's intercepted.
Fred Foster gets his hands on it, he's returning to the 10. Looks like he's going to make it in the end zone on the INT.
That was beautiful. What a Mike Clyde.
Turnovers. And for the Dothan Tigers, the quick score, Fred Foster takes the interception, returns of 40 yards for the Dothan Tigers. And at 5:05, we've got a knotted score here, 6-6. Barlow was just trying to hit the quick slant again. Foster read the pattern well, broke in front, caught the ball, made it in the end zone. The Dothan Tigers 6-6 as they line up for the extra point.
And football comes into the game. There we go. They were sitting all looking for the football, couldn't find it.
Well, they try to run it in, and Dothan's lined up what they call the swinging gate play, if you will. It's always that possibility of running the two-point conversion. Now they come back over center and getting ready to kick it through the uprights.
Snap
is Drew Johnson, and it is good.
Dothan takes the lead here at 5:05 left in the game, 7-6. We'll pause now for 30 seconds. And we're back with Dothan High School football at Rip Hughes Stadium on homecoming night. Dothan just took the lead 7-6 with a beautiful interception and an extra point kick.
Well, the first score came at 7:44 of the first quarter, where Adam Christensen fumbled the football on our 40-yard line. It was picked up and returned for a 60-yard touchdown pass, and Fred Foster intercepts one of the Lanier's passes at the 40-yard line, returns it to the end zone, but Drew Johnson's extra point is the difference in the game, 7-6, as the Dothan Tigers get ready to kick it off. And doing the kicking for the Tigers on the kickoff, again, will be Adam Fuller. Gathered around like they might have an idea of onside kick. Lanier not showing much respect for that, has them spread out. Fuller's been able to kick the ball deep. The coverage has been well all year long. They fake the onside and then they drop back out.
Lanier set up.
Back to return the kick. Looks like number 32 for Lanier. And as Fuller approaches the ball
It's caught on the 4-yard
at the 5-yard line,
Lanier comes back.
Grantham makes the hit. Did we go off? Because mine's dead.
Okay, we're setting up now. Lanier just brought it back.
There we are back again. I'm having some technical difficulties right here. Lanier now comes out, two splits. Barlow under center. I formation behind him. He turns, hands on the lead, just tailback, who's met right at the line of scrimmage by Josh West, number 40. Just stepped up to the lead block, took him on, and put him down. No gain on the play. And again, Lanier going in the no huddle offense. Calling the play at the line of scrimmage. Second down and 10 for Lanier here in the first quarter. Still 4:30 left. And already had an exciting game already here for homecoming. Barlow's trying to get the play in. I formation backfield. Barlow turns and hands off again to his tailback. Fred Foster comes up with help of the Dothan Tigers. Coming up to make the hit will be Jimmy Clark. And another short gain on the play, maybe a yard past the markers. Be third now and 9. Lanier's having trouble getting offense started. But when you have the big plays and the fumble recoveries, got the score on the board.
Well, you know, that interception that they had, that probably shook them up a little bit.
Well, it gets your attention as a quarterback.
It does. It makes you wonder, you know, you can prepare for it, you think you're going to come in, and next thing you know, oh, and look at this, there it is, intercepted again by number 3.
Zarek Thomas with the INT off the tip. That time they were looking to go deep down the sidelines. Got a hand on the football, and alertly Zarek Thomas comes up with it.
But now there's a little...
And it'll be first and 10 on the turnover.
You know, he's really got his attention now after that.
Well, after about half the passes he's thrown, they've been to us, and only one to their guys. And we'll take it any way we can get it.
You better believe it.
Both offense comes out. Trent Smith leading the way, center. Lester down to the center.
Takes over the football. Quarterback sets up behind.
Willie Jackson going in motion to the right, turns and pitches to Phillip. Thomas turns the corner, gets inside the 20 to the 19-yard line. Off the quick pitch. Nathan McCall, the right tackle, leading the way that time.
And a couple of Lanier players are yelling for a flag, but they're not going to get lucky this time.
Started Willie Jackson in motion that time from the left back, or fullback if you will. He got out in front of Philip Thomas, who turned the corner. Good gain on first down, gain of 8. Lester again calling the signals. Looks like Brandon McGriff is split wide left, and now we've got a penalty. The flag's being called, and usually when you see that there, you do have somebody lining up in the neutral zone. And Lanier is backing up, and that will give the Dothan Tigers first down again.
It's on the 15-yard line.
It'll be 1st and 10 for the Dothan Tigers.
From the 15 is where they spot the ball.
Lester brings out the offensive set, divide backfield, set behind him, turns and reverses out, hands to Willie Jackson on the quick trap over the right side, who continues to push him forward until it looks like he's going to wind up with about a 7-yard gain, just on a quick trap over the right side. Pulling guard that time looked like Derek Creekmore from left to right. Willie Jackson cut up inside, going to turn up to be a gain of about 6. 2nd down and 4, and the Tiger offensive line is opening some daylight, giving some daylight to the running backs today. And again, Lanier's coming up, crowding the line of scrimmage. They've got about 9 people within 5 yards of the football now 10. Little problem there is Lester reverses out, hands the ball off for a short gain over left guard. Had a little problem there on the handoff as the running back, Willie Jackson, bumped together with Chris Lester.
A little bit of confusion on the play there.
Short gain on the play of only a yard. Be 3rd down and 3 for the Tiger offense. And as we set the offense up, again we have Smith at center, Creekmore at one guard, and Underwood at the other guard. McCall and Dean tackles. Tight end is Brandon Williams. I formation set this time, turning, pitch sweep to Philip Thomas, who has a shot at the sideline, turns it outside, gets down to about the 5-yard line, going to be just short of enough yards for the first down. Looks like the mark's going to be just outside the 5. Will the Tiger offense now take a gamble at it? Looks like there's not even any thought about it.
They're going
to go for the 4th and 1 play right here.
I don't think there was even any thought given to that because nobody even
nobody ever came out. And of course you've got the lead right here, 1:03 left in the first quarter here. Homecoming 2003, Dothan Tiger football here. Lester calls the signals, got Willie Jackson going in motion. Quick pitch to Phil Thomas, who slips and falls on about the 8-yard line, and he's going to be denied. What happened on the play is he saw daylight up inside, he cut off that inside foot, slipped down. Lanier goes and takes possession on about the 8-yard line. 1st and 10 Lanier.
You know, that was a good opportunity that they missed, but it's understandable. You know, I would have done the same thing.
Well, you got a situation to go for it right there. You got them backed up, 54 seconds. Had some daylight there, just feet gave out from under him. But if the defense holds them right here, you got a good shot to get good field position again. This time Barlow comes out over center. I formation set. Turns and leads up to the tailback, stumbling across the 10-yard line. Short gain that time before Josh West comes in with Billy Sellers, number 46, the linebackers. Jimmy Clark also in on the hit.
And the clock's winding down on the first quarter. 35 seconds left on it.
McCray, number 20, in at tailback for Lanier. Now it looks like Lanier's going back to the shotgun formation. Barlow set deep, got twins to his left, single receiver to the right. Turns and hands the ball on a quick trap to the back, who breaks through the line of scrimmage. That time he turned and handed the ball from the deep shotgun formation to Searles, who picked up about 5 on the play, and that will be the first quarter right there as we tick it on down. Dothan Tiger football here, homecoming 2003. We're glad to have you.
We'll be back
after this time out.
your number one source for high school sports. You're watching the Scenic Sports Network.
And Lanier 6, and they're starting to line up again now. We begin the second quarter.
We got third down and about 5 yards for the Lanier Poets.
It's been a really an exciting game so far. Now, turnovers, we've had just about everything
So far, and we have just played the first stanza. Barlow coming out, shotgun formation. Takes the deep snap, hands off to the draw, again to Searles. Nothing there, hit at the line of scrimmage. Jeremy Dent, number 44 there first. And the rest of the Tiger defense comes in, shuts him down, short game, punting situation. And so far on what I'm trying to keep up with, Lanier yet to make a first down, although they've got the points from the fumble recovery. And doing the punting for Lanier will be number 89, Adrian Perry. Dothan Tigers not totally sold on the fact that they're fixing to kick it. Nobody back to catch the football. Looks like they're coming for an all-out block right here.
Going for it. Looks like the blitz is ready to come on. And there they go.
Got a bad snap and gonna get the penalty of running into the kicker. Ball bounces out to the 48-yard line, where it's down by Lanier, but we do, Hall got to it. Quartet of rushers for the Tigers got there with the punter, didn't get the ball, and they did run into him and put Perry down the ground. The penalty will give Lanier their first down of this evening. And when they talking it over with Lanier, but that's one of those that you don't have to be Phi Beta Kappa to know they're going to take it. They're just going to move it outside to right at the 30-yard line, 31-yard line, where it will be 1st and 10 Lanier. Their best field position offensively.
And Dothan has done a great job holding them down. That's the very first down that Lanier has had. Dothan's doing a great job tonight. They look really good. You know, Mike, it's the first time I've been able to see Dothan this year, and tonight they're quite impressive.
Well, they played hard. Shotgun formation now, got trip receivers to the right, turned the hands of all the Searles, coming back to the left, hit at the line of scrimmage, works his way forward for a gain of about 2 on the play, where Underwood comes up with Dent to make the hit.
Come on that left side, and met a whole bunch of red jerseys.
Well, the pursuit's there. You like to see it when you've got 3 or 4 or 5 people getting to the football, and that time they got there, made the hit, and after the hit did give you much yards. It's going to be 2nd down now and 7 for the Lanier Poets out of Montgomery, the 3-1 Poets. Shotgun formation by Barlow. Looks like the Tigers are coming. Got some motion. And Underwood might be a little bit early in the neutral zone that time as he leaned forward. Yep. And a free 5 yards, turns 2nd long into 2nd and 3.
You know, it's penalties like that too that, you know, they could come back to haunt you too, you know. But the way Dothan's playing, they'll recover from it.
2nd short for Lanier. Barlow back in the shotgun formation. Fumble on the snap, and I don't know whether he even got to it or not. Barlow did recover. Underwood recovered him as well. But the snap just mishandled by Barlow. Took his eye off of it. It went to the ground. They're going to wind up losing the 5 on the penalty. 2nd down and 6 yards for Lanier. Barlow, the quarterback. In running backs is Thomas, Andre Thomas, and Carl C.J. Underwood. Got twin receivers, wide receivers split both ways, turning hands the ball, finding an opening over the right side, over right tackle, and picking up the 1st down is Adrian Thomas for Lanier. Their 2nd first down of this league. That 2nd effort got him the 1st down at the 42-yard line.
That was a real good 2nd effort. Excellent.
We've seen a little bit of everything tonight as well. Now Barlow back in shotgun formation. Trying to hurry up and get the play called. Looking down the middle of the field. Finds his wide receiver, number 1. Makes it to the right sideline and is pushed out of bounds by Brandon McGriff.
And 31-yard line.
Calhoun just did a seam buster, if you will, where he got down the center of the field, down the hash marks. Barlow found him, put it on the money. We've got another flag on the field. Unsportsmanlike conduct against the Dothan Tigers. And that's going to be another 15. D'Angelo Curry coming in at defensive end. That's going to put it 1st and 10 on the 17-yard line. And after showing very little offense the first quarter, Lanier has come out, taken control, moved the ball with help from some penalties from the Dothan Tigers, where they have it 1st and 10 on our 17. Barlow up under center, I formation, turns and hands the ball over the left side, trying to find his way to running room, and the Dothan Tiger defense just strings it out to the sidelines, not letting him get turned upfield. Paul Reeves, number 6, comes up from the cornerback position. Antrell Adams there as well to make the hit. Not much gain on the play, maybe a yard. And again, that's what you like to see, the pursuit of the Tiger defense down the line of scrimmage, not let the running back get turned up. Searles that time again, number 3, trying to make the play. Barlow in now, looks like he's fixing to go under center, having a little problem getting the play called in, and now they're under 10 seconds before they ever get it called. The Tiger defense is shuffling now, 5 seconds left on the play clock, and Lanier will call their first timeout of the half, having some trouble getting the play to the players on the field, and they call a timeout. 7:54 left here, and we'll be back.
We'll take a 30-second break on this.
2nd down and 10 on our 16-yard line.
You know, Mikey and I were just talking while they were in that commercial break about these two teams, how they're very competitive with each other. This makes for a great football game, but they get up and they shake hands afterwards. That's what you like to see.
Well, Lanier comes in the game 1-3, playing out of Montgomery, Jeff Davis, Robert E. Lee, and all those that are on the schedule. And now Dothan, after having it tough, coming 0-4. Barlow takes a snap, starts rolling to his right, shotgun formation, looking down the field in the end zone. The ball is up to tip. Oh, 2 Tigers get their hands on it. McGriff had one hand on it, and the other was John Hughes, a linebacker, in a deep drop. But that almost found its way to the wide receiver over there. It looked like number 1 for them. Back there, fell down when he tried to push back off, get back there, 3rd and long for Lanier. Lucky break there for the Tigers that he did slip and didn't get to the football. But again, trying to find throw the football down the middle, threw it into a crowd of Tiger defenders. Barlow with 3rd down and 9 up under center. I formation. Thomas, the running back, deep in the I. He turns, starts a sprint that way, pitches the ball to Thomas, who is met in the backfield. Creekmore, one of the ones there first, but had help from last one getting him off the pile. With help from number 91, Cornelius Hall. They just met back there. Good penetration right there. And it's going to be 4th down. Lanier 4th and long from our 25. Not even sending the kicking team out there. Going for it. Dothan Tigers not getting set. Throwing the ball deep. Hanging it up on the fade pattern. And batted away there. In good position for the coverage. Brandon McGriff. And so on downs, Lanier will turn it over. The Tiger offense comes on the field with 7:06 and, more importantly, a 7-6 lead here in the 2nd quarter.
Well, it's been one heck of a 7th of a quarter out there. This is great football.
To have as much offensive action as we've had and look up there and see only 2 touchdowns per team is quite a bit amazing. Now the count has been started. Offense not out there yet. Now they come out there. Center will be against Smith. Looks like Got a few changes in there now. One of the guards will be Shirley. The other guard will be number 68, Jason Austin. Lester drops back, hits on the quick slant. Oh, just overthrows number 20, and that's Parrish. Had him on the post pattern that time, and getting his hand on the football. Looked like the cornerback back there, Isaiah Johnson, got his hand on that one, but Parrish was open that time, and if you hook up on that, it's just a foot race because he's behind everybody. Lanier's been all game long crowding the line of scrimmage of the Tigers. They thought they could get in there. Lester just had a little bit too much air in there, and again, Lanier's not backing off at all. Everybody except the free safety is lined up within 5 yards of the football. I formation set, turns and pitches to Willie Jackson. He breaks it back to the left. Got to see him up the side. Oh, almost. Willie Jackson takes that to the house. A shoestring tackle there, if you will, by number 24 for Lanier, Charles Graham. Another first down for the Tigers there.
You know, he was looking at nothing but daylight until that hand come around and just tripped him up right there.
The blocking was there. They were pushing with the sidelines. Willie Jackson saw daylight at the hash mark, and he cut it right there. Got the first down and could have had a lot more had it not been for the shoestring tackle. Split backs this time. Lester under center. Takes it on the quick trap, hands the ball to Willie Jackson. And penetration that time coming up the middle. Number 54 for them. Radaz Johnson just got too much penetration on the trap play and just basically stopped it before it ever got started. Dothan's lucky they don't have a fumble on the play. Very little gain on the play that time with Willie Jackson. Also in, I thought they had another tackle in there, but that's number 70. McCall is a starter. Lanier having a little problem adjusting their defense, a little late getting out there. I formation, turning, pitching, trying to go wide left is Willie Jackson. Lanier's going to get some more penetration, getting up the field, and not let Willie Jackson turn the corner. And leaving the way for the poet, Sherman Wendell gets to Willie Jackson before he can get to the line of scrimmage. It's going to be 3rd down and 13 for the Tiger offense. Nice cool evening, very little breeze here at Rip Stadium. The Tigers now coming out in a spread formation. Twins right, Willie Jackson over here with Eric Thomas to the right. And Lester takes a snap and is rolling to his right and just overthrows his receiver, Eric Thomas. And it'll be a punting situation for the Tiger offense. Second time they've had to punt tonight. It looked like he was trying to hit Zarek Thomas, the underneath man. Did a sideline route at about the 50-yard line, which was about a 15-yard pattern. Enough if he catches it to get the first down. Josh Lashley comes on to punt. Lanier now has their man Key back to catch the punt. The snap's a little high, but Lashley gets it. Wobbly kick that hits the ground and takes a little back and picked up by Key. The coverage ran past it. Key ran up, picked the ball up, and is going to get the ball to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds. That coverage that time just kind of slacked up. Looked like they didn't think he was going to touch it, and Key had a surprise in his pocket.
He surprised them, didn't he? He grabbed that one.
And a short return there gives Lanier good field position for their series here. 5:06 left in the first quarter. Lanier scored first on a 60-yard touchdown fumble recovery, and we answered with a 40-yard interception. And our kick was good. Theirs was not. Draw play set up. Running wide, Hughes is in pursuit and trying to get to the sidelines for them. Their tailback, who is now Underwood, Carl C.J. Underwood, not able to get upfield. Hughes and company in pursuit. Makes him run wide to the right. Just barely getting back to the line of scrimmage. Tiger defense has played again well. And when you give up the touchdown on the fumble recovery, it's not Tigers having a problem. Got a reverse coming to the right receiver, number 9. Gets a good block from his man, but it's going to be a chop block by the wide receiver. Yeah. Number 85 comes up and gets a little low. Plant is going to get
holding. Yeah, you got a holding penalty.
And that's one way to get you out of the way. He grabbed the cornerback. I'm not sure if that was Ryan Barnes. But anyway, the wide receiver takes him out with a hold. 2 flags on the play. Not only did the linesman on his side pick it up, the referee got his flag in there as well. It will be 10 yards from the spot, and Lanier will have 2nd and 16. Barlow shotgun formation. 2 receivers split. Humphrey wide right and Calhoun right left to the defense. In motion goes Lanier from left to right. Barlow rolls to his right, has some clean green in front, but he lofts a pass to his tight end who drops it on the 40-yard line. And I'm talking about that ball was on the money. And just trying to run with it before he catches it is the tight end, Stephen Plant, just doing a deep crossing route of about 15 yards. And Barlow had some room to run the football that time, but he did find his tight end cutting across the middle, put it on the money, and it's dropped. It would have been 1st down in our territory.
That was probably one of the best passing plays that we've seen tonight. It was right on the nose.
His best throw of the night. I'll have to agree with you there. Now Barlow comes up the center, got twins to the right, I formation behind him. He turns and fakes the handoff to his tailback, going deep down the center of the field. And it's going to be intercepted by Brandon McGriff. Makes one man miss at the 25, gets up to the 30, 35, 40, and is run out of bounds at the 45-yard line. Excellent play. That time Barlow just led his receiver way too far down the field. McGriff outran the receiver to the football, and the nice return of what we got, 10, 20, 25, 30 yards. INT at 3:44 in the 2nd quarter. And the Dothan Tigers will set up shop on our own 43. Excellent field position on the interception by McGriff.
You know, that's one thing you don't usually see is that many interceptions, you know, in one half.
Well,
we've had, what, 4?
We've had our share of it. Now offense comes out, got twins going to the left. Parrish split wide right. Ryan Barnes now turning and going in motion to the left. They do the quick swing out to Willie Jackson. Jack takes the reception, cuts back to the inside. Going to wind up gaining about 4 yards on the quick screen that time. Trying to find some running room. Still plenty of time left in the 2nd quarter, 3:31. The Tiger no-huddle offense is working well. We just need some more points right now. Getting the play from the sidelines. Lester and his receivers and the running backs are back. Ryan Barnes is the lone setback. Now Willie Jackson joins him. Split wide left is Chris Parrish. To the right is Eric Thomas. They have single coverage, and again Lanier crowding the line, turns and pitches the ball to Ryan Barnes, who cuts up the field. Going to wind up with a short gain on the play. Maybe a gain of 1 on the sweep play to Ryan Barnes that time. The Dothan Tiger offense now getting to tight. And when you bring like Lanier has all evening long, they've got 10 men within 5 yards of the ball. They're going to make you throw it down the field. They just put too many people up there in the block. And that time Ryan Barnes couldn't find the hole. As a result, not much of a gain on the play. 3rd down, 9-6 for the Tiger offense.
And they were lining up.
Chris Lester under center, and now we got a timeout by the Tigers. Jerry Thomas calls the timeout. Wide receiver split to right, so we will be back after this
30-second break. The 6, we're down to, we have a timeout on the field right now with 2 minutes, 22 seconds left in the half.
And it's Mike Hutto with Kerry Birdsong here in the absence of Professor Gill.
Gill being, I guess you could say, a little bit under the weather tonight.
Tiger offense has a big 3rd down play, 3rd down and 6. Twin formations to the left. Lester under center. Trent snaps it back, and Red Dez Johnson comes through the left gap untouched and is going to sack Lester for about an 8-yard loss. That play never had a chance to develop with the pressure. Johnson, number 54, one of their quick defensive linemen, just shot the gap. Nobody picks him up. Lester takes the sack, and of course, you know, you try to do too much with it, you got a fumble right there. So you do the right thing, kick it away with 150 and 154 and counting here in the 2nd quarter.
And they need to slow down, take their time, and execute the plays exactly when they were designed.
Good snap back. Good punt, wobbly spiral. Key takes it at the 30-25, right up the middle of the field, and is hit. Fred Foster brings him down, but not until he gets out to the 45-yard line. Excellent return right there. The Tigers punt kick team just did not get down the field. And the flag on the field sitting on top of the 47-yard line. Unsportsmanlike conduct, now this time against the Poles.
Well, that'll cost them a little bit there.
That's going to cost them. You move that one back. Now, due to the rules of the game, that is, you take it where it happened, you move it back 15. Up until this year, if that ball had not been received by the kicking team, you would penalize 15 from the line of scrimmage. And that's one of the rules that I really do like the way they put that in to help. You don't just give up the football. The Tigers are kind of backing off now, going to a three-man maybe rush. Dropping back, Barlow under center. He turns it on the quick trap, hands the ball to his tailback, and running the football that time is going to be Carl Underwood. Gain of about 4 on the play.
He brings it out to the 35-yard line.
Where it'll be second down and about 5. Again, Barlow now dropping back to the shotgun formation. Twins to his left. Gets a snap and hits his wide receiver right at the stake. That time just doing a sideline route, Jarrell Calhoun, and it does look like he's going to have enough first down, but it will depend on the spot.
And they're looking at it now.
That time again, Barlow was right on the money. And as the officials look at the football, we got a timeout on the play. So with 1 minute left here in the second quarter,
we'll take his 30-second break and be right back.
And back here on the third and short, I formation, Barlow turns and gives it to his tailback over right tackle, who is going to be very close to the first down yardage. The officials now pointing that he did give the Lanier Poets another series of downs. That time running the football again, Underwood, number 6. Didn't get much, but he didn't need much. And so first in a new series, set of downs, Lanier does have one timeout with 40 seconds and ticking left in the second quarter. You just don't want to give up the big play right here. Quick screen at that time and going for the interception. Foster doesn't get there, but the pass is complete to the wide receiver, number 9.
And he goes out of bounds with 29 seconds and left in the half.
Picking up enough yardage for the first down. And on the receiving end, again, number 9, Humphrey, just working the sideline now, and Barlow has sharpened his aim quite a bit the last several passes. He's been right there with the football, right that time, right on the number 9. Trips, if you will, to the right. And they might just line it up and see how far he can throw it and see if they can run under and catch it. And it looks like that's what's happened. The rush getting to Barlow, who then now turns and passes it over. And intercepted again. That time, Antrell Adams getting the ball past the 40, breaking a tackle and hit at the 45.
And he's still fighting. Look at that. And what a way to end up the, getting right down to 8 seconds left in the half.
That time that ball was tipped by Paul Reeves, number 6. Antrell Adams, the tip drill that you practice every day, comes into play. And he intercepts the football. Antrell does get it up to the 40-yard line, and Dothan Tigers are calling their second timeout of the half.
They have just looked all magnificent tonight. Lanier had plenty of time too, to set up and get somebody open for that, but it just didn't work out.
The rush did flush Barlow out of the pocket, but that he did find some room as he started to drift to his left. Tried to hit his wide receiver over the middle, but again, Reeves got his hand on the football. Homecoming is just amazing. We've seen this much offense and still the score is 7-6. And those extra points, we've already said, do come in handy.
Yes, they do. And both teams come back onto the field with 8 seconds left, with Dothan leading 7-6 over Lanier.
You get the big play right here. You call timeout, your last timeout, at least get a chance at a field goal. Lester up over center. Split backs behind him. Derek Thomas in for motion from left to right, turns and catches the ball on sweep, gets a block, gets another block, gets to the sidelines, breaks back to his right, and get the ball down to the 42-yard line as time runs out in the second quarter. Good sweep play, but not quite enough. And then again, the bell for the second quarter, the horn goes off, and we have the score here, homecoming 2003.
And that's the end of the first half with the score, Dothan High 7 and Lanier 6. We'll be back with a recap of some of these highlights in 2 minutes.
Your number one source for high school sports. You're watching the Scenic Sports Network.
But anyway, Dothan getting ready to kick it off high, end-over-end kick down to the 5-yard line, where the Poets take it up to the center field, 20, 25, 27, 29, and down he goes. Trio of the Dothan Tigers bring him down. 1st and 10 for the Lanier Poets to start the third quarter. Right at the 30-yard line. Pretty good return there by the Lanier Poets. Just took it, just a center return, all you could get. Now we've got a change for Sidley Lanier. Coming out to taking over the quarterback duties will be number 12, Lamar Turner. Already coming out a little bit different, turns and hands the ball to the tailback, just pushing the Tigers down the field. Running the ball again, number 3 for them is their tailback, and that's Thomas. Antrell Adams comes up to make the hit, and it looks like Lanier's going to line it up and do a little bit of that smash mouth football, bringing in Turner at quarterback. I did not see Barlow get injured in any way.
Nope, I think they just decided to make a change, maybe shake things up a little bit.
Turn right up the middle again on the lead or an isolation play, following his fullback up the middle. Again is Thomas. Andre Thomas, number 3.
You know, you make a quarterback change like that, you know, when they know that there was no injury, it has a tendency sometimes to confuse the other team because they don't know what his tactics are, how he thinks, or, you know, how he moves.
Well, very well. When you practice all week against one that's been up throwing around, and now Lanier's come out, they've gone into the offset I formation this time, and they've run just 2 straight isolation plays. The Tigers look like they're coming on a stunt, and they do. They break through but miss the tackle, but Pursuit gets there and drop him for a loss. Josh West, first one in to make the hit, and then John Hughes, number 11, finishes him off. Not going to land back to the line of scrimmage. A 2-yard loss on the play, and Lanier will have to kick it away their first possession. After a pretty good return, they stonewall them there, 3 and out. You like to see that defense when they can do that. Zarek Thomas, number 3, going back to catch the punt. Tigers, first first down was when we ran into the kicker. Don't want to do that again. Very high and short kick that's going to hit and take a good Tiger bounce back inside the 40. And that ball should be placed in play where it continued to bounce right there.
Moving the ball up to
a very short punt of about 10 yards for Sidley Lanier that time, and the Dothan Tiger offense will have their first possession on the Sidley Lanier 42-yard line. Huge break for the Tigers here with 9:56 left in the third quarter.
that ball didn't have much carry, but it sure had a lot of height, didn't it?
And then the favorable Tiger bounce. Lester in over center, Twins to his right, I formation stacked behind him. Turns, hands the ball to the running back, Philip Thomas, who is met at the line of scrimmage by Andre Thomas, number 3. Just good penetration that time by Thomas. Got in there, tried to get something off left side of the line, blocking. Just again, Lanier lining up a 10-man front, if you will. Everybody within 4 yards of the line of scrimmage except for their free safety. Double wide outs, Thomas one side, Parrish to the other, to the right. Split backfield this time. Derek Thomas goes in motion, turns and takes the pitch sweep. Ryan Barnes out there trying to lead the way, but penetration and a good pursuit that time by Sidley Lanier makes the play not even get back to the line of scrimmage. Mario Rogers, number 2, just hustles across the field and makes the hit on Zarek Thomas for a 2-yard loss. It'll be 3rd down now and long for the Tiger offense.
They sit there and they line up again.
Brandon Williams, tight end, goes to his right. Chris Parrish left. Zarek Thomas split wide right. Split backs behind Chris Lester. Trent Smith still in there at center. This time they fake the handoff. He's got Brandon Williams wide open.
My goodness.
Just wide open, and he's racing down the 10, the 5. He could be in the end, and he is for a touchdown.
Touchdown, Dothan Tigers.
That time they bit on the fake. Zarek Thomas going in motion.
What a play. That receiver was wide open. Nobody within any kind of a distance from him. Nobody got close to him until he got at least the 15-yard line, and that was just a trot away.
That time they faked the pitch. They sent Zarek Thomas in motion. After the fake, Brandon Williams, the tight end, just went to a sideline route. They bit on the fake. They ran away. Nobody there. And Brandon Williams gets down the sidelines. 45-yard touchdown reception with 8:22 left here in the 3rd quarter. The Tigers go up 13-6.
And they set up for the extra point. The ball is, and there it goes. That was a bit short. No good.
Could you see if somebody got a hand on that one there?
Well, let's look at the score up. Dothan Tigers 13 and Sidney Lanier 6. We'll be back after this 30-second break. 6 right now over Lanier with 8 minutes 22 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. What a beautiful play that was.
And just a good job. They sold him on the fake of the sweep. Again, you have Zarek Thomas. You've sent him in motion several times tonight. You pitched in the ball that time. Lester faked the pitch, rolled out to his right. Brandon Williams got behind the secondary, had the speed to take it in from 45 yards out. Huge play there for the Tigers. They do have some breathing room now, but that time couldn't tell if it was blocked on the extra point. But when you look up there, I'd much rather see 14 than the 13 that we do have. But again, we'll take what we can get as the Tigers get ready to kick it off there. And again, doing the kicking for the Tigers will be Fuller. Adam Fuller does the deep kicks. Back to receive, and I'll just have to go with maybe Mario Brown, the one back there. Again, a high kick coming down to the 3-yard line. Brown takes it in, cuts up at the 20, got the sideline, and is tripped up there by Paul Reeves at the 20-yard line. Good shoestring tackle there, and real good coverage. We've seen that a lot this year. Reeves hustled down there, stayed in his lane, and this time, instead of having some workable room, they back him up. Anytime you get them down there around the 20-yard line on the kickoff, good high kick that time by Fuller, and the coverage is there. But if he gets past Reeves on that sideline, there's a lot of green grass over there with nobody home.
Well, I'll tell you what a fantastic quarter this has been so far. 8 minutes, 14 seconds left. Dothan Tigers up 13-6.
Turning to hand the ball to his tailback. Busting out off the left sideline, run out of bounds by Brandon McGriff. Andre Thomas is going to look, easily make the 1st down yards, pick up about 13 yards that time, running the lead play that time, found some sideline room, able to turn it up and put the ball on the 34-yard line, 1st and 10 for Lanier. As they get their first down of the 2nd half. Again, turning, this time hands it to him going over right side. Good penetration, Josh West there to make the hit at the line of scrimmage. And trying to find some running room for them. Thomas again, Andre Thomas. Underwood there at the bottom of the pile with help from Creekmore. 2nd down and 10 for Sidney Lanier. Again, the 2nd quarter, the 2nd half, Lamar Turner comes in at quarterback, and they take their starter, Stephen Barlow, out. Didn't see him go down with the energy. Don't see him on the sideline anywhere where he's wrapped up or anything. Shotgun formation, takes the D snap, looking down, and is hit as he throws it, and dropped by the would-be receiver, Humphrey, number 9, going all across the field to give Lanier's Poets 3rd down and 10. Had some pressure that time. Looked like Dent's the one that got there to him.
And had he had been able to hold on to that ball, he would have plenty of running room going right up the center there.
But fortunately for the Tigers, he drops another one. And I mean, if we were keeping up with the quarterback drops for Lanier, that would have to be 3 or 4. Shotgun formation, it looks like they're going to go trips to the right.
On 3rd down, 9.
Turner the only back in the backfield. The rush comes from the outside. Quarterback draw all the way. Gets up to the 40-yard line before the Tigers' pursuit gets there. They split all the receivers out, had one left, and 4 to the right, and that time Turner just tried to do what he could do on the quarterback draw, flew the Tiger defense. He was able to get 5 yards on the play, but the defense shuts it down, and it will be punting situation for Lanier from their 40-yard line, and back to do the punting for Sidley Lanier. Adrian Perry. Didn't get a good one off last time. Good snap, high kick, a little low line drive type of style, takes one hop. As Eric Thomas picks it up at the 25-yard line, is able to move it out to the 29-yard line where the Poets coverage team is there. Henry Taylor, number 44, leading the way. And the Dothan Tiger offense comes out on the field. 6:34 left in the 3rd quarter. So it's been the big play for the Tigers here tonight. They hadn't made a first down yet, but we'll take that off the big pass play of 45 yards from Lester to Brandon Williams, the tight end. Tiger offense is still huddled over there trying to get the play in. The ball is marked for play, and it's down already to 20-19 and counting as the Tigers get up. Trent Smith leading the way over center. Shirley at one guard. On the other side is Austin. Turn on the quick trap. Willie Jackson comes right over the left guard. Short gain on the play as they push him back. And when you look up, it looks like it's going to be about a gain of about 4 on the play, so we'll take that. You like to see them when they push that power forward. Austin doing the job on the pulling. Trent Smith is the center. Again, Shirley at one guard, Austin at the other. McCall at one guard. I believe Axtell's now in at left tackle. Number 56, that is Axtell. Daniel Axtell. I formation now behind Lester as he turns, hands the ball to the I-back, and the flag's coming in there. And where that one hit the ground, it could be 10 against the Tigers. That's usually where you see the flag come in for holding.
That doesn't look good, does it?
Well, usually those are drive killers. You're going to back it up from the 30-yard line, 10 yards. And you make 3rd and long, 2nd and even longer. It's going to be about 2nd down and 19 if Lanier decides to take it. And this is one of those situations that I do believe you're going to see them back it up. And as they start to point,
there they go. They're backing the ball up.
Mario Rogers helping make the call, helping the officials pointing to the way they need to go.
Good. If they don't know what they're doing, just ask the players.
Every time. Doesn't matter what league you watch.
Right. It'll help you think.
But the penalty for the Dothan Tigers puts it on the 21-yard line. 2nd down and about 19.
Players even help them make the call if they need help.
Eric Thomas going to wide right. Parrish wide left. I formation behind Lester as he counts. Just lays one up and trying to let Zarek run under it. It looks like he made the catch at the sideline. Maybe nope. Trying to run just a fade pattern, if you will, right to the 40-yard line where that yard to go marker would be. Pass falls incomplete. 3rd down now and 19 for the Tiger offense. Ryan Barnes in at one of the backs. Willie Jackson, number 14, in the other running back. Of course, the quarterback all evening long has been Chris Lester. Twin formations, Eric Thomas and Parrish. I formation, twins left. Turns, counter play. Lester, has that one batted right back to him. Good penetration that time and getting up high in the air with the outside linebacker Lance Branchman got up high, batted that one right back where it came from. Lucky for the Tigers, nobody there to catch it. It hits the ground incomplete, and Lashley will have to come on and punt it away. Lanier has lined up every punt like they were trying to block it. Only one receiver back for the Lanier Poets. They got the split formation with the punt. Lashley gets it, pressure on him, gets a low line drive out, takes a good Tiger bounce, huge Tiger bounce. Letting it hit the ground that time was key, number 7. And I'll tell you what, Lashley did a good job just getting that one out of the hole. And not only that, he gets a good punt of over 40 yards in the coverage, no return. And Key almost made a big mistake letting that bounce off of him because we had to cover people down there.
And they marked the ball, looks like at the 38-yard line.
Trips to the left, split out every which way. Seen this formation just a few times. Only 3 men at the middle of the field over center. The rest of them are split wide. That time he turns and throws the ball right in the middle of a crowd of people right there. That was just take it if you can get it. That time Turner, the quarterback, just threw that into a crowd of everybody. Fred Foster over there in coverage with help from Montrell Adams. But that's a dangerous throw right there. He's got them split out. The center, 2 guards, and everybody else is split out wide that time. Didn't fool anybody. Lucky really didn't get that one picked off right there.
McGriff was just a step and a half away from picking that one off. He knew it too. He was so close to that one.
I formation this time, bringing in, going on the wide sweep. Nobody fooled. Oh, missed the tackle. Ontrell's there now. Fred Foster hustles back and is going to wind up with no play. Fred Foster just read that one perfectly, but instead of staying up on his feet, he went low for the tackle, missed him around the ankles. They went with the reverse action that time, trying to get Humphreys going from right to left. And the officials are now calling a timeout here with 4:40, and this looks like it's going to be one of those heat timeouts, if you will.
So we're going to take a 30-second break, and we'll be right back.
They're going to shift into the shotgun. Thomas in motion. Turner takes the snap. Coming going wide. Now turns it into a sweep. Gets to the 45-yard line where he's knocked out of bounds. Turner doing everything he can to get to the first down marker. Going to wind up 2 yards short, if you will. 4th down and 2, and I would not be surprised at all to see Lanier go ahead and line up and go for it right here. You're looking at 4:20 and counting here. Do you want to take it and go for it? It looks like they're having some discussion over there about it now. And it looks like the offense, yes, they will. Turner comes back out at quarterback. Big thing, though, when you look up at the time clock, we're 15 and counting. And going to have to hurry or they will not get this one off. Down to under 10 seconds. Going to have to hurry. Shotgun formation.
3 seconds left. They just barely get that play off.
Montrell Adams there, try to cut him up. That is going to be huge there where the referee spots that football. Same play to the left. Quarterback keeper by Turner. And they will not even going to take the measurement. They had to get to the 48-yard line. Montrell Adams broke up the play with good penetration, and then when the crowd gets away, the ball setting at the 47-yard line, still a yard short. The defense comes up huge right there for the Dothan Tigers.
You see, now I thought that was right there on the mark. Maybe that's why they're down there and we're up here.
It did. And after moving the ball a little bit, the Tiger defense stiffens, takes over on down. Huge series here for the Tiger offense. We need to do something with it. 4:07 left in the 3rd quarter. I formation, split both sides. And that time getting hit as he was getting the handoff.
He may have got one on that.
Just a short game. Good penetration that time from the up front people. Johnson is very quick. And Henry Taylor comes up with him on the hit. But again, Willie Jackson hit as he was taking the handoff on that one. Lucky we don't lose that one. But again, Lanier's played defense within 5 yards of the football from the Tiger lineup. Now we've got a new wide out coming in for the Tigers. Going wide right is Landry Brody. Parrish still wide left. Willie Jackson on the pitch out, stopped to his wide side of the field. Lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. Lanier read that well. Ryan Barnes, number 2, going in motion from left to right as the lead blocker. But the defense just closed it off well from Lanier and did not give the Tigers much operating room at all. So it's 3rd down now and long for the Tigers. Derek Thomas coming in, Brody out. First time we've seen the Tigers go to the offensive huddle right here.
That's right. You know, they seem to be doing good with the no-huddle offense. I think you just want to straighten everything out. It's getting down to the wire now, you know, so they want to make sure everything is done just the way they want.
We'll put this in play. I formation, fake. Lester still has it, and not fooling anybody at all that time.
Brought it down.
And a huge loss on the play, making a hit for Lanier.
And the ball's back to 39.
Isaiah Johnson, number 21, one of the first ones there. Lester tried the bootleg action, naked bootleg, which means had no blocking. You rely on the ball handling, the ball fake to do the job. That time it wasn't there. And coming in and doing the long snapping since Christensen had the injury, Adam Fuller, number 49, in the snap. Josh Lashley back, set him on the 27-yard line. Huge sack by the Lanier Poets. He gets a snap, gets it off, high kick, might have got a hand on that one. Takes a Lanier bounce to the right, and it will be Lanier's football on the 40-yard line with 1:38 and left in the 3rd quarter, where you have the Dothan Tigers up 13-6.
It's been a wild 3rd quarter, man.
Well, you're looking at still running up down the field. It's a big play, the 45-yard touchdown pass from Lester to Williams, and it's been the defense holding them on and keeping them out of the end zone so far. So,
all right, both sides on the defense and offensive are still playing strong.
That time Fuller just took the direct snap, ran right up the middle, found some running room to his left. Going to move the football and get it inside Dothan Tiger territory. We've got a couple of flags that come in there late. And it looked like Josh West was involved with one of their linemen, number 59. And the one that is guilty, Jeffrey Lamar, number 59, is going to cost the Lanier Poets at least 10 yards of that one for the block in the back. And you take Fuller's good run, instead of 1st and 10 on our side of the 50, they back it up, 1st and 10. The ball sets on the 38-yard line. Turner is still in at quarterback for the Poets. Lanier having some problems getting their receivers out. Coming wide to the left is Calhoun, wide right, if you will. Shotgun formation. Takes it, looks wide there, and is throwing the fade pattern way wide right. Goes up, jump ball. Coverage that time by Derek Thomas. And it falls to the ground incomplete. That's just one of those patterns. You run the fade, you run, you jump high, you catch it, I catch it. You're on the sidelines, bat it away, nobody catches it. 2nd down now, 13 yards for the Poets. Now up under center will be Turner. I formation, double wide outs. Turns and hands the ball deep to his tailback. Coming up and make the hit right at the original line of scrimmage will be Paul Reeves, number 6. Underwood just could not get started. They tried to do the sprint draw type action, if you will, but not taking any fake at all. Paul Reeves makes a good solid tackle, puts him down, and it'll be 3rd down and 10 for Lanier. We've already seen them go for it once. You reckon they'll go for it again if they don't make it here?
Yeah, I think they're going to try it.
14 seconds now left on the game clock. Got trips, split wide right. Turner still in there, shotgun formation, and we've got motion on the wide over this side. Calhoun a little bit early on the jump from his wide receiver spot, and it'll make it now 3rd down and 14.
Got 2 minutes, 39 seconds. Am I reading that right?
That's 23. Right at 23 seconds left in the third quarter.
I need to kiss my glasses clean.
Well, what has happened here now, they've gone to the tenth of a second on all the clocks now, to where you have that in play. Again, Lanier going to shotgun spread formation. Same formation as before. Split trips wide right. Turn to the quarterback. The lone setback with him is Underwood. He takes a snap and has problems picking it up. Runs right out to there, bounces off one, and does not get back to the line of scrimmage, right into the hands of Jeremy Dent. And John Hughes going to wind up losing another 3 on the play. That play was due from the start because the snap was mishandled. As we close out the third quarter, we look up there at the scoreboard, looking 95 right now. 13-6, the Dothan Tigers here, and we'll be back after this 1-minute break.
Your number one source for high school sports. You're watching the Scenic Sports Network.
Homecoming 2003, we have 12 more minutes remaining in the football game. Perry back to punt, he takes his snap. He's going to get a low line drive kick that Zarek Thomas does come up and catch on his knees at the 38-yard line. And although there's no return, you'd much rather have him catch that one right there instead of him taking that bounce and picking up another 15 yards. So the Tigers will have reasonably good field possession, 38-yard line, 1st and 10.
Score 13-6, Dothan High sitting high on the hook right now. Just hope they keep it up.
Well, the first drive, they were able to run 5 minutes off the clock. They didn't get any points off of it, but just a good time-consuming drive. This is what you look for right here. Underwood out there, one of the tackles. Oh, no, Underwood's one of the guards. Smith gone all the way to center. McCall's at right tackle. Axtell at left. Turn and fake the ball and fumble in the football after the fake. And it looks like the Lanier Poets coming up off the ground with that one. Coming up off the pile with the football for Lanier will be Isaiah Johnson's number 41, and a huge mistake right there. The turnovers have been huge in the football game all night. Lanier takes the ball, 1st and 10, just outside the 35-yard line. Lester just bad connection there with the running back, leaves it on the ground. Lanier 1st and 10, got to hold him right here to defense. D'Angelo Curry, one of the defensive ends. There's Underwood also in there, Glenn Perry. High formation, just turns and hands the ball over the left side, fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage in the grasp of D'Angelo Curry. Will be Searles, number 4, D'Angelo Searles. One D'Angelo hits the other D'Angelo right there. One Curry, one Searles. Gain of about 1 on the play. And the whole second half, it has been their second quarterback, Turner, Lamar Turner, 10th grade quarterback, caught in the singles. Now from the shotgun formation, trips to his right. And he does hand the ball to the back. On the draw play, Dent. And again, D'Angelo Curry, Jeremy Dent, with help from Underwood on the play, bringing him down with very little gain. That time Searles just looked up, got 3 people staring at him, and they're all in the wrong color, nowhere to go. 3rd down now long for Lanier.
10 minutes, 40 seconds left in the game. Dothan High on top, 13-6.
Lanier sending a man in motion. Turner takes a snap, rolling to his right. Looks like it could be a runner keep. Got some pressure from Josh. He throws it up high, and a jump ball incomplete. And again, Fred Foster back there had his hands on another one. Not only could he had one, he could have had his second pick of the night down around the 10-yard line. But in a situation like that, yeah, you would like to catch it, but he did the right thing. When he batted the football, it came down. It didn't go up to give that wide receiver time to get it. And we've got timeout here with 10:20 left in the fourth quarter. The Dothan Tigers up here at homecoming will take this 30-second timeout. Hughes Stadium, the Dothan Tigers are up on the Sidney Lanier Poets 13-6 here with 10:20 left in the fourth quarter, and it's 4th down and 9 for Lanier. They come out now. Turner has been their second half quarterback in the shotgun formation. Got twins to the right, single to his left. We've got takes the snap, looking deep down the field, over the middle of the field, throws the ball and batted away into triple coverage, if you will, trying to hit his wide receiver Humphrey, Ken Humphrey, number 9, on the deep post. And the Tiger defense holds one more time. Huge play right there when you can fumble it over, and they make maybe 1 yard right there. Huge right there for the Tiger defense. Now it's up to the offense. Still 10-13 left here in the fourth quarter. If they want to come away with a win, make a few first downs, and what would even be better, tack on the third score of the evening. And that makes it a 2-score game.
That's right. Just
Chris Lester
keep the clock.
out over center, calling the signals. I formation, turns and pitches it back, and coming through to make the hit in the backfield will be Mario Rogers, number 2. He just read that play, and when he saw daylight, he cut it up there. We got another flag on the play. Unsportsmanlike conduct, and that one's going the wrong way, fans. They're going to back the Tigers up from the 31 down to about the 16-yard line, depending on where the spot of the foul occurred. And now they make second long, real long, better part of 25 to go on the play. 10:07 here, that's something, a mistake that you don't need to have down there.
Ball's been spotted on the 17-yard.
Where it will be second down. No, first. It was not a dead ball foul.
First down with 26.
Lester tries the bootleg to his left. Defensive end would not let him outside. And doing a good job over there for the Lanier Poets. Number 8, Sherman Swindell. And Lester winds up losing another 7. So we're looking at second down about 32. Third down, 32. One thing you don't need to do is lose the yards there. Quite obvious.
Not this late in the game.
Lester up over center, split backs behind him. Got motion there on the middle, and I don't know whether the Poets jump first. The signal is against the Tigers. So now it's third down, have to get the ball up to the 44-yard line. It is going to be third and about 40 from the 4-yard line. 9 minutes and counting, but it huge here. Got double split. Brody to our right, Parrish to the left. Lester hands the ball on the quick trap and not getting anywhere on the quick trap. Leading the way for the Poets. And right now, the Tigers are going to be backed up deep in their territory to punt this one away with 8:33 and counting. The Poet defense answered well that series. They came back, and with help from some penalties, we'll have Lashley with his heels up against the inbound marker.
Well, they just seem to move the ball the wrong way.
Big time. Gets a good kick. picked up at the 40-yard line and on the run. He gets down to the 15, 16, still on his feet, trying to get something else. Bounces to the outside, but no more positive yard. Just that low line drive. Lashley takes a step, kicks it out to the 35-yard line, but their receiver on the play, Brandon Key, picks up half of that back, and it's going to be on our 15-yard line with 7:53 left here in the fourth quarter. But when you're backed up like that, you can't waste much time. The low line drive did not allow the coverage to get there. Key picks it up, 1st and 10 on our 15, and now the defense with his back against the wall to start. Turner up over center, I formation. Turns and hands the ball to the fullback who powers ahead. Good yardage on 1st down play that time. One of the few times we've seen the fullback take the football and over the right side of the line. Good yardage. Matter of fact, he's going to pick up the better part of 8 or 9 on the play. D'Angelo Searles, number 4 in. Turn to the quarterback up over center, I formation behind him. Twins to his left. Again, takes the ball, hands it back, breaks to his right. Fred Foster makes the hit, keeps him out, and the ball's on the ground, and the Tigers, do they call it down or not? That's going to be huge. Second effort that time. He was trying to get out of the grasp of Fred Foster, was the running back. Underwood was running the football that time. He goes down, and I believe the officials are going to say he was on the ground. Lanier will have one that's injured on the play. So as they tend to this injured individual, can't pick up his number over there, let's go ahead and take a 30-second timeout right here. Back here at Riphew Stadium, we've got the Sidley Lanier Poets from Montgomery. Pardon me, knocking on the door here. 6:59 and counting. Searles, number 6, kind of looked like he might have twisted an ankle or a knee right there. He goes off. It's 1st and goal on the 4-yard line. Turns and hands the ball over the right side. Bounces off 1, bounces off 2, into the end zone. Lanier puts the score on the board. 4-yard touchdown run. And with 6:45 left in the game, the Tigers are holding on to a slim 1-point lead, with Lanier coming out to see if they can tack on the extra points.
You know, we might see here, you know, with this late into the quarter, you may think, well, let's go for broke and try a conversion.
Well, they're going to try to kick it. Number 89, their kicker, Perry. He gets the snap on the bound. He tried to pick it up, nowhere to go. They got him wrapped up. The ball's thrown up in the air, on the ground, and that is huge there for the Tigers. Could not pick up, and then the defense really rallied there. Huge right there. The snap was low. One hopper, if you will, to the holder. Couldn't get it down. He tried to pick it up. Did number 4, D'Angelo Searles, tried to do something with it. You got a fire play that he threw it. Just if something good happened, the Tigers were there. Not in the end zone. 6:45. The Tigers are still clinging to that 1-point lead. Just how huge those extra points are.
That was a big play, a big break for Coach. And it looked like as soon as the ball was snapped, he didn't quite get it up off the ground.
Just a low snap, and we've seen him been able to put it up there. That time, the holder Searles could not. He picked it up, tried to go to his right. The defense was there, swarming onto him. He tries to pass it out of there. And right here, you're looking at 6:45. Don't forget about the short or the onside kick here.
You know, it's just a 1-point game now, so Dothan needs to just hang on to what they can right now.
Well, the offense has basically been shut down. They're starting to go to the gaps, and when you play a guessing game stunning, you guess right, you're in there. You guess wrong, you leave yourself open. They've guessed right more times than not here the second half. And as a result, the Tiger offense has been stalled, but we've basically helped them as much as we've helped anything else with those penalties. And again, Perry getting ready to kick it away from his 40. Just a low line drive. Brody takes it in at the 18-yard line, tries to come right, has a wall set up in front of him, hustling across to make the hit for Lanier. Will be number 41. That was open there for just a bit. Isaiah Johnson comes up and makes the hit there, and the Tiger offense comes out 1st and 10, 26-yard line.
And he knew that as soon as he got hit, you know, he took that ball away and took it down.
We're having a few more technical difficulties. It's hope that the sound's not coming and going here, but it's still down. Lester comes out, I formation. Ryan Barnes, the fullback, takes a snap, turns on, bounces off Willie Jackson, and making the hit for Lanier. Their defensive end just got across the football, and the Tiger offense, Swindell's there to make the hit, but the Tiger offensive backs ran together. Lester, when he reversed out, just ran face first into Willie Jackson and never really got Willie Jackson started. We've seen enough of that right now. 2nd down now, 13 for the Tiger offense. It was 6 minutes left when we get this one snapped. We need some first downs right here. Parrish going wide left, and wide right is Eric Thomas. In motion is Eric Thomas. Lester fakes, sees some daylight, gets the ball up to the 27-yard line before the defense reacts to it. Leading the way that time for Sealy Lanier, Mario Rogers, number 2. That time the pocket just basically collapsed around Lester. Looked like he was looking to his right for Eric Thomas, who was split that way. But instead of taking a sack, he picks up about 5. It's going to be 3rd down and 8 for the Tiger offense. First downs, let's get some first downs. Got twins going to our right, Thomas and Parrish. Split backs in the backfield behind Lester. Lester calling timeout here with 5:05. Running out of time on the play clock, if you will, right there. They just had a couple of seconds. So we're all going to take a timeout with them. We'll be back here after this 30-second pause.
You got it back now? You got it back?
Yes, it's doing good now. We're back here at Rip Hughes Stadium. The Dothan Tigers clinging to a 1-point lead over the Lanier Poets. 3rd down and 8 as Lester calls the signals. Throws the ball, intercepted by the Lanier Poets. Running back to the 15-yard line will be the cornerback, Lance Berkman. And we've got a flag on the penalty. And it looks like they grabbed a hold of. And there's going to also be a penalty tacked on after the play that's going against Lanier. They grabbed a hold of the back coming out into the flat. That was Willie Jackson, number 14. The ball was intercepted by Lance Berkman, who ran it back from the 35 to the 14-yard line. And, of course, this is another one of those penalties. If it's against Lanier, you must go ahead and take that thing, move that football, kill that interception. And the penalty will allow the drive to keep going. And if the dead ball flag is over here, they might get 2 out of 1.
Still some discussion going on down on the 32-yard line.
The official's trying to get it straight on the pass interference penalty. And that's what they put the ball to the original line of scrimmage and mark off 15. And it will be 1st and 10 for the Dothan Tigers. One of the few first downs we've made this second half, but none could be bigger when you look up at that clock right there. We got twins now to the right. And that clock starts ticking. Now it's getting to a situation where it becomes a very nice thing to see it start ticking down with a 1-point lead. Lester turns and hands the ball over the right guard. This time finding a running room will be Willie Jackson, picking up the better part of 5 over the right side. Just a pretty good push there by Creekmore and McCall and Underwood. Trent Smith, Darius Underwood, and Dean over there at left side. One of the better pushes in the second half that time. They knocked him back. Not quite a full 5, but we're going to call it a second and long 5 right here. And when you look up the clock, the Tiger offense don't get in a real big hurry. You want to use 25 seconds, and now it's down to 10 as Lester comes up to the center. Snapping it right on the play. This time keeping after the fake. Don't run out of bounds, and it looks like it's going to be just enough for the first down. All important on where this spot does go. It will be enough. And right when the offense needed to come away, get the ball moving. After the fake inside, Lester steps around the right side.
3:44 left in the game. Dothan on top by 1 point, 13-12.
And this would be huge for the offense's comp if they could take it and run it down. New series are down, you're going to...
Now's the time when you start using that clock.
You want to make sure you snap it with about 2, maybe 3. Lester in no hurry coming up. Trent Smith, the center. High formation, Barnes the fullback, Willie Jackson, and Lester now comes back and calls timeout when it's 1 second left on the clock. The Dothan Tigers have taken their second timeout right here.
And we'll be back with you right after this 30-second break.
Just come out of their second timeout of the second half, talking over here on the sidelines with the new series, 1st and 10, with the ball sitting on the Poets' 46-yard line. The offense needed to come away. They've clicked off 2 first downs. Lester brings them out. He's under center here, got twins to the left. Lanier still staying in that tight defense. Only one man passed 4 yards deep. The free safety, I formation as Lester calls the signals. He turns, hands the ball on the counter play. Willie Jackson, real big hole over the left side, inside the 35-yard line to the 34, where it will be enough for another first down.
And what a big game that was. That was a major play right there.
And when you stunt wrong, the offensive line picks him up. Willie Jackson breaks off the left side behind the blocking of Dean and Creekmore, picking up another huge first down as the clock counts down to 3:07. And counting.
That was a big game right there. That first down, they really needed that.
You're looking down if they can get a first and one more. We'll take a score. High formation. Lester hands off to Willie Jackson. And no, he doesn't get the handoff. That time coming through, breaking the play down. And again, the Tigers, Radaz Johnson just gets there and eats up the Tigers. That time coming through and hitting Chris Lester in the backfield. Looks like he's going to lose the better part of 5 yards that time after it looked like he handed the ball off. Lanier takes their first time out of the half, and so will we here. 2:41 left, homecoming 2003. We'll take this 30-second break. Back here at Riphue Stadium, the Dothan Tigers still clinging to that 1-point lead. 2:41, second down. Radaz Johnson shot the gap there. Got some good penetration and put Lester down for about a 5-yard loss at 2nd and 15. Eric Thomas, and that time was a high pitch. Willie Jackson did a good job of taking it and making sure he didn't fumble that one. Lester got hit by Johnson as he was pitching that football, and Willie Jackson made an exceptional play reaching up and pulling that one out of the air. Although he's not a gain on the play.
But he did exactly what he's supposed to do.
He didn't turn it over because that would be huge with 2:16. The Tigers looking at 20 and counting on the clock. Going to take every little bit of it out. 13 and counting. Tigers might be going to just run this one down to 1 second and call their last timeout. And that's what it looks like they're doing. The Tigers have used their third timeout. 1 minute, 54 seconds left here. And as the Tigers take their timeout, we'll go to this 30-minute break ourselves.
30-second break.
Right. Lester with the lone setback, Ryan Barnes. Parrish split wide left. Lester takes the snap, starts rolling to the right. Looking down the field, has Eric Thomas deep, but he decides to tuck it under his arm, and we got a flag there. And it looks like the Lanier Poets are going to be flagged with the first down on a face mask penalty. Lester had the twin split. Jerry Thomas just did a go pattern that time. And as Lester sprinted to his right, he decided to tuck it in under his arm. He picks up a 5-yard gain, but more importantly, the face mask penalty is an inverted face mask. So the penalty gives the Tigers another 5. And the result of the play leaves the Tigers 3rd down and a long 7 here from the 32-yard line. And that clock, who is very good as it continues to tick on down. And of course, the 30-minute timeout would be way too much there from while ago, wouldn't it?
That 30-minute timeout, I think you'd be coming back on your own.
Lester takes a snap. Jackson's fine daylight over the left side, down to 20, down to the 15, where he is pulled down by Brandon Key on the counter play there. Found something over the left side. Justin Dean blocking over there with some help there. Also, one of the ones we hadn't called the name for, Trey Smith, doing a good job on that side over there as center. Opened it up. Personal foul that time, and again a face mask penalty. Tacked on to the end of the run. 1:13 left here, and that's starting to look real good here. 1st and 10, inside the 10. The ball 1st and goal on the 7, if you will, for the Tiger offense.
Yeah, the Dothan Tigers out there. You see them on the field trying to get the crowd to make some noise.
Well, Lanier, I know, has used 1 timeout. Tiger offense in no hurry to get the snap. 1 minute, basically 60 seconds left here in the contest. Lester in no hurry, 9 seconds left on the play clock, if you will.
Play clock's down to 2 seconds.
Don't have a timeout.
That's it. They didn't have it. This is going to be interesting.
That's going to be a penalty against the Tigers for calling timeout. It's going to be a delay of the game on the Tigers because they have used up the timeouts. But when you do that, you've got it down under a minute with 47.5 seconds left. You will have to snap it and get it started again. And it looks like the Tiger offense is going to go out. They've got Willie Jackson as the deep man, if you will. Ryan Barnes set back the eye. Willie Jackson standing on about the 27-yard line in case there's a snap. Lester takes a snap and takes it to a knee on the 19, and Lanier calls their timeout. 42.5 seconds left. And that should be Lanier's at least their 2nd timeout. I've got them for 2. And with 42.5 seconds left in homecoming, we'll be back after this 30-second pause. Be here with us tonight. The Tigers with under a minute left. Coming up, Lester under center. Looks like, again, he's just going to take a knee and start that clock going. And he does. Lanier, I've got them for 2 timeouts. They might have used the other one that I didn't write down. And it looks like here, as the clock winds down 25 seconds, they will have to snap it one more time. Lanier unable to call timeout. The play clock is just under the time clock. Lester in no hurry. One clock reads 10, the other one reads 10 and a half.
And it looks like the game clock is going around for the play clock. 2, 1. And that's it.
And the Dothan Tigers come out, hard-fought victory, 13-12. It looked like Coach Kelly might have got a little water there and tossed on him on about the 37-yard line. But I believe that they were telling him to ask him if he wanted to jump in after this one. He said, I do believe I'll go ahead and take it. Great football game here. Dothan Tigers come out on top. First win of the season. They're now 1-4.
Your #1 source for high school sports. You're watching the Scenic Sports Network.